¿Qué tal, amigos? Estamos de regreso en Zona Deportiva. Ya saben, estamos totalmente en vivo a través de 1más1.com.mx, también a través del canal 145 de Total Play para todos ustedes en nuestra sección, ahora sí, a ras de lona, Inés.
Así es, ya estamos en Arras de Lona con un invitadazo de lujo que cómo se cotizó. Puedo decir ahorita todo lo que quiera y no me entiende más que la mitad. Él es Thunder, viene directamente desde Australia, aquí para todos nosotros, para México.
Así es, Thunder, bienvenido. Welcome to Zona Deportiva.
Thank you very much, I appreciate it. Muy amable.
Bueno, pues creo que voy a iniciar yo porque tengo así mi acordeón
Okay.
of questions de preguntas. Why did you change the rugby for the wrestling?
Initially, I changed rugby because of very bad injuries that I had during my career. And I retired from rugby and I decided to have a few years of rest. Mm-hmm. And I've always had an itch for professional wrestling, and I was always interested in maybe pursuing and trying to find out more about it. So I started to train Olympic wrestling, mm-hmm. and slowly I began to have more passion for the sport. And I took myself to Japan and started to train and gain experience over there. And then I came back to Australia, and I had to fix some injuries that I had from my rugby days. So mm-hmm. surgically, I fixed those. And then I brought myself here to Mexico.
Le preguntaba que por qué cambió el rugby, porque él era jugador de rugby y pues a la lucha, ¿no? Dice que tuvo muchas lesiones, que él tuvo que pues curarse esas lesiones. Sí. Estuvo después haciendo algo de lucha olímpica y bueno, pues finalmente brincando en Japón, Australia, y ahora vino para acá a México.
You used to be a good guy in wrestling in Australia and Mexico, but now you are a bad guy. How was that change?
The change was very easy, actually. I'm not really a good guy. I started off wrestling as that type of persona and having that as something that people can relate to a little bit better. But as time passes on, you realize your true self. And unfortunately, I was living a lie for a few years, and now this is me. This is my character. This is who I am, day in, day out. And
bad boy?
I'm a bad boy.
Okay.
I'm naturally an aggressive person, so it's only natural that I would be a rudo, not a técnico.
Ok, le preguntábamos que él solía ser un técnico, tanto en Australia como en su primera incursión aquí en México, pero después cambió a ser del bando de los rudos. Dice que no fue tan difícil ese cambio porque es su verdadera naturaleza y es como una persona muy agresiva, un luchador muy agresivo y es prácticamente su estado natural. Ok,
bueno, pues entonces así por eso cambió al bando rudo. Why did you choose the name Thunder? Oh, you're looking my questions.
I'm looking at your notes, yeah.
Okay.
Well, Thunder initially came from Consejo Mundial and myself.
Oh, okay.
Thunder's actually a common term in Australia. They would say the thunder from down under. That's quite a common term. So we come up with maybe Thunder with the way my personality is and my style of lucha, which is very aggressive. It only suits me very naturally.
Mm-hmm. Ok, entonces le pregunto que por qué el nombre de Thunder. Sabemos que el consejo tiene varios nombres, sí. Entonces ese fue, digamos que, pues el que le tocó a él, el que eligió, pero también pues va con su personalidad. En Australia también hay muchos truenos, relámpagos, así es que pues finalmente eligió este nombre.
Why did you have to, I don't know, why did you choose Mexican wrestling?
Well, I've seen Mexican wrestling throughout the years in Australia on the internet, and I've always appreciated not only the style of wrestling, but I understand that it's a part of your culture, mm-hmm. and it's very important, and that means a lot to me because wrestling in other parts of the world, they look at it more as like a circus.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's not.
Like WWE?
Yeah.
Okay.
So here in Mexico, it's more, and it's got a lot more meaning to it, and I understand it's part of your culture. So after what, and I love the style of wrestling here. It's very strong. It's a strong style, and it's very dangerous. That's why there's a lot of accidents and wrestlers get hurt a lot in Mexico. And I like that. I like the risk factor, and I don't want to wrestle in a country where people go, it's more entertainment rather than lucha. But here it's not. It's the opposite, and that's why I chose Mexico.
Okay. Le preguntábamos por qué escogió la lucha libre mexicana. Dice que porque es parte de nuestra cultura y es realmente lucha libre. No le gustaría ir a una lucha libre que sea más entretenimiento y no tanto el deporte, y es por eso que se queda con la lucha libre mexicana.
How do you deal with your weight and your height?
Height, yep.
Here in Mexico, because the fighters are short, small.
Well, the Mexican style of wrestling is not really suited for somebody my size, obviously. It's more athletic and acrobatic. But look, if you put in the hard work, and I've trained very hard while I've been here in Mexico for 3 years. It takes a long time to develop into the wrestler that you will be in the future. So I'm still developing now, but I've learned to adapt more to the Mexican style, and it didn't happen fast. It's taken years. My body, playing rugby and boxing in Australia, is not really suited to this style, but I've forced my body to learn to adapt, and I'm still in the progress of adapting more, and it'll take more time, but I'm very happy where I am at the moment.
Ok, le pregunté que cómo puede lidiar con tanto su peso como su estatura, porque obviamente pues sale de lo normal aquí en México, pues se ha tenido que adaptar a lo que es la lucha libre aquí en México, pues a personas que son pues más bajitas, rápidas, y pues bueno, adaptar lo que es su lucha aquí a México.
Vamos a preguntarle cómo se siente de vivir en la Ciudad de México. Mexico City is a crazy city for some people. It's a crazy city.
It's a crazy city, yeah.
That was the question. How do you feel in Mexico City? It's hard to live here?
No, it takes adaptation. At first, coming from where I live in Australia, I live on the beach in Australia, and it's very, very, very relaxed.
Yeah.
So when I flew into Mexico City, obviously it's a complete opposite. It's a big change. It's a crazy place. It's moving. It's moving 24 hours a day. But I've learnt to actually enjoy Mexico City a lot more now. And when I go home for vacations, I actually feel a little bit uncomfortable when I go back to Australia now, because it's the complete opposite, and I feel I need the busy. I enjoy more the busy lifestyle, yeah. But look, Mexico City is, for extranjeros, is probably very pressure orientated. Yeah. But when you stay here and you work, and you actually work, you learn to adapt to it, and then you learn to actually appreciate it's a moving city.
Okay.
Pero you live in Mexico City or in Guadalajara?
I've lived in Guadalajara for a year, but I'm in Mexico City every week.
Okay.
I'm here every week, and now I've actually moved here full time. It's just more convenient for my work. Yeah.
Okay. Nos comenta que vivía en Guadalajara un año, pero venía aquí prácticamente cada semana y ya piensa vivir aquí de tiempo completo, que sí es una ciudad muy estresante al principio, pero que también disfruta todo ese movimiento. Inclusive cuando va a Australia de vacaciones, pues se siente un poco raro de no tener todo ese ajetreo que hay aquí en la Ciudad de México.
Y vaya que sí, pero bueno, if the CMLL give you the opportunity for a match, mask versus mask, which fighter do you like for that match?
It's a difficult question. There's a few wrestlers that probably deserve to have a match as far as mask versus mask, or if it's hair versus mask, cabellera versus máscara. Right now, it's probably a question I'm not going to answer, because I'm still building my way up and building my up. I have a lot of rivalries at the moment, and it's difficult. It's not fair to just pick one rivalry out of a group that probably that I can have this match with. But in the future, very near future, I'm sure you will see a few wrestlers that would come up, and you'll know that there's a big match coming up.
Like? One. Only one.
Ultimo Guerrero.
Ok, I know. Le pregunto que, pues si tuviera la oportunidad de tener una máscara contra máscara, o también él nos dice máscara contra cabellera, dice que aún pues va creciendo su carrera, que va poco a poco, pero pues en un futuro, ¿no? Pues sí, tal vez sí le gustaría esa lucha. No nos quería decir quién, pero obviamente nos dice que Último Guerrero, que es con quien ha tenido pues problemillas ahí con los revolucionarios.
Ok. Vamos a preguntarle cómo se siente con los fans que no están tal vez acostumbrados a alguien de estas características. You have a lot of fans in Mexico City. You make an impact when people see you. How do you feel with all the fans screaming your name at the arena?
It's the best feeling in the world. Wrestling at Arena Mexico, you cannot compare to any other arena, lucha arena around the world. It's at another level. As far as the Mexican fans, I love the Mexican fans. Even if they cheer or boo, at least they show their feelings, and at least they enjoy what they see. They don't sit there and just and be energy down and okay. no communication. They actually enjoy and they involve themselves into the lucha. Look, I perform solely to win, and I perform for myself, but I don't forget the fans. I never forget the fans. I try to give as much entertainment and aggression so they can appreciate what we actually put our bodies through for them.
Nos comenta que es un sentimiento asombroso, que lo mejor que puedes sentir en ese momento es la arena en la Ciudad de México, y que los fans le encanta que lo estén ya sea aplaudiendo, también abucheando, claro. Que lo importante es que él genere un sentimiento en los fans independientemente si sea a favor o en contra.
Así es, ¿no? Y sin duda debe ser un gran orgullo estar en la Arena México.
Oh, and the women are very beautiful here. Wow. Mujer es increíble.
Wow. Question,
But your girlfriend is Mexican?
Yeah, which girlfriend?
Your real girlfriend?
Which state are you talking about?
Your real girlfriend is going to be.
Oh yeah, I really like Mexican girls. They're beautiful girls, and I like their personality very much. Very relaxed and very similar to Australian girls. Just nice and easy. It's very good and very attractive. I fall in love every week in Mexico.
Pero lo que yo sé, y ustedes no saben y no me van a entender, es que si tiene novia y está apartado.
Ni modo, chica.
Do you really have a rivalry with Marco Corleone?
Yeah, well, Marco and I have always had a rivalry, being both foreigners in Consejo Mundial, being both very similar size. Marco's a challenge. Marco's like a mosquito bite. You keep itching. He never goes away. I think he's away, and then he comes back again. But I don't like Marco Corleone, but I enjoy our contact. I enjoy my lucha with Marco very much, and who knows what happens in the future with us. I can't predict what happens, but I know that he won't go away, and I'm not going to go away, so eventually we're going to clash.
But no, you are not friends.
We're not friends, of course not.
Okay.
I'm a rudo.
So you are not a friend of a technical? Never?
Before I was, but unfortunately, when you change characters and when you become who you really are, it's Lucha Libre. You're not friends with people. Mm-hmm. There's no friends. It's Lucha. So it's business and it's lucha. So yeah, I don't have contact with técnicos. No.
Okay, le pregunto que si tiene una rivalidad con Marco Corleone, pues por la estatura, etcétera. Bueno, pues sí, y dice que
es como un piquete de mosquitos.
Lo diríamos de otra forma en mexicano, pero pues sí, eso es Marco Corleone para él. Y pues ¿qué más? Creo que algo se me está yendo. ¿Qué más nos dijiste? Pero básicamente eso, ¿no? Marco Corleone, pues sí.
Sí, que en algún momento van a...
exactamente, que no son amigos. Obviamente él es rudo, no se va a llevar con un técnico.
No sabe qué pasará en el futuro, pero en algún momento tal vez volverán a chocar, tal vez. Esa podría ser una lucha máscara contra cabellera, de hecho.
Sí, I really like if you can quit the hair of Marco Corleone. I hate Marco Corleone.
Well, who knows? Maybe we can organize something here. Maybe right now on this program, we can say this is the next match in Consejo Mundial. Huh?
Please.
That would be great.
It would be great. It'd be a good match because he's not an easy luchador to wrestle. I mean, a lot of people, they say things about Marco and they say, oh, he doesn't wrestle a lot of Mexican style. But I can tell you now from wrestling against him, he does know. Mm-hmm. He does know. He's been here for 10 years. Yeah. He knows what he's doing. Yes. And it's a challenge, but I mean, I'm very confident with myself. I believe I can beat everybody actually in Consejo Mundial. So if it comes to fruition that Marco and I can clash, I have no problem with it. I'm confident.
Okay.
Ya nos comenta que Marco Corleone es un luchador muy fuerte de enfrentar, lleva mucho tiempo aquí en México, sabe lo que hace, pero también Thunder está muy confiado de sus capacidades y puede vencer a cualquiera en el Consejo Mundial de Lucha Libre. Do you like Mexican food?
I do like Mexican food. My stomach doesn't. I like it, but my stomach, I have many problems. I have to be very sensible. Yeah. About what I eat. Yeah, I tend to get... See, the problem is, coming from Australia, the food is very different, and unfortunately, my stomach's adaptation, I don't have the same bacteria, and so I get sick a lot. I get a lot of infections in my stomach a lot. Yeah. So I've just got to be very, very sensible where I eat and keep it... My diet is basically the same every single day. It never changes. As soon as I change my diet here, I get sick. Okay. So I have to keep it very, very simple.
And what is one of your favorite dishes in Mexico?
I like arrachera. Okay. Al carbón.
¿Qué?
Al carbón barbecue.
Ah, okay. ¿Qué?
Not cabrón. Not cabrón. Al carbón.
I'm a big...
No, I don't want to start any problems here, okay? Yeah, barbecue.
Okay.
Yeah. Pollo, ensalada. It's very simple.
Okay. Yeah. Nos comenta que sí ha probado mucha comida mexicana, solo que tiene un problema a la hora de adaptarse tanto de la diferencia de la comida australiana como a la mexicana y su dieta. Le hace sentir mal, todavía no se adapta a eso, pero le gusta la arrachera al carbón.
Al carbón.
Yeah.
Es que... Okay.
El pollo también. Actually, someone told me that you know some words in Spanish.
Bad words.
Can you say them?
No, I don't want to say there's bad words on your program. You really want that?
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I know a few words, but I don't think they're appropriate right now. Oh, you sure?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh well, obviously I hear cabron every minute on the street. I hear cabron. Yeah, I hear the normal. Chinga tu madre. And, that's all normal. It's very normal, you know. It's I don't find it offensive at all. Actually, it's so common. It's so common here. It's like yeah. So yeah, but there's other words I could use, but it's probably a little bit more offensive, and I think I'll leave it at that.
It's important that you know that words, because in the ring, the people scream all that words.
Yeah, I can hear all the words in the ring. Yeah, I hear every word. Yeah, but I understand these words, although on paper they may be offensive on paper, but in Mexico, when people it's very common, and I understand that now. When I was here the first year, I wasn't used to hearing these terms, and then after a while, it's like it's just part of normal conversation.
Yes.
People are just being normal, funny, or just relaxed, and it's fine.
Like
it's
brother.
Fine. Yeah, exactly.
Bueno, pues hablamos de las malas palabras, de las que decimos los mexicanos, ya está acostumbrado, se sabe algunas y también sabe qué significa, ¿no? Que pues es como coloquial, es común en nosotros.
Exactamente, y es parte también de la cultura del mexicano, hablando de la lucha libre como cultura también del mexicano, pues también esas palabras. Will you have a fight this week?
Yes, Friday night, Viernes, Arena Mexico. It's Revolutionarios, which is myself, Pólvora, Rey Scorpion versus Ultimo Guerrero, Gran Guerrero, and Nibla Roja. Yeah, be the main event Friday night.
El viernes a las 8:30. Sí. Así es. No es la estelar, ¿verdad? Es la...
Sí,
¿Sí es la estelar?
Sí, la estelar.
Ok, perfecto. Entonces ya estás... You are in a wrestling... in the first wrestling.
Yes, the last match.
Okay.
It's the main event.
And how do you feel in the Revolutionarios?
Good. I feel very good. Obviously, I've had problems with Ultimo Guerrero for the last 3 months, months or so. We don't like each other, obviously. I used to train with Ultimo Guerrero, and I learned a lot from him. But as I've developed it's put a lot of pressure. It's put a lot of pressure on him because now he may not be the number one Rudo in Consejo Mundial anymore. And now I'm coming in and I'm coming up and developing. So now we have a big problem, and it's not going to finish now. This problem is only just starting. It's only just started, and it's going to continue, and it'll get worse for him.
Bueno, pues nos cuenta de su pique con Último Guerrero, que ya sabemos, bueno, nos dice que desde hace 3 meses lo tiene y va a continuar de aquí hasta quién sabe cuándo. El viernes, bueno, a las 8:30 de la noche, ahí estará junto con Dragón Rojo.
Sí.
And who else?
Gran Guerrero.
Ok.
Último, yeah.
Pólvora, ok. Ahí está. ¿Y hoy Turiluchas? No?
Okay. Is there anything that you want to say to your fans?
I always like to say, look, taking away and not talking about Lucha Libre for a minute, to all the children, basically, all the niños, to find what they want to do in their life and not listen to other people. And if they want to do something, to go ahead and do it. Many people told me, don't go into wrestling, don't go into Lucha Libre. But this is what I wanted to do. I didn't want to listen to other people, and this is my life, and I chose this path, and I'm happy with it. Yeah. If I didn't follow my instinct, I wouldn't be here in Mexico doing what I'm doing. Yeah. So a lot of the children now tend to have teachers and parents that say you need to do this and you need to do that, but they need to understand it's their life and to follow what they really want to do.
That's a good advice. Nos comenta, le preguntábamos si tenía algo que decirle a sus fans. Dice que más que a los fans, a todos los niños, básicamente que persigan sus sueños, que si tienen alguna meta, que si quieren hacer algo, que lo hagan, que él, por eso mucha gente le dijo que no se metiera a la lucha libre, que no le importó, que ese era su sueño y por eso es que está aquí ahora, y que si algún niño tiene alguna meta, sea la que sea, independientemente de que sus papás, sus maestros le digan esto o el otro, pues que persiga sus sueños.
Así es. And you are so far from your country.
I am. I'm very far away, but my country's always in here. So,
And your girlfriend is here.
Well, yeah, they are. My girlfriends are here. Yeah.
You have only one girlfriend.
No. At the moment, I don't have any girlfriends. At the moment, no. I'm single. I'm a single luchador. Ladies, I am single. It's true.
Oh. How old are you?
32 años.
Jovencísimo.
Ok, tiene 32 años y le dice a todas las mujeres que es soltero.
Eso dice que es soltero. Háganme caso a mí.
Él lo acaba de decir.
Ok. Está bien, le vamos a creer. Ahí está su Facebook, Thunder Luchador CMLL, para que lo sigan y también es uno de los luchadores que están muy activos en redes sociales.
Cosa que otros deberían hacer.
¿Sí?
Porque luego sufrimos un poco. Pero sí, muchas gracias a Thunder por estar con nosotros. Thank you very much
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Nosotros vamos a ir a una pausa. Regresamos aquí a Zona Deportiva.